Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Rob Coble. I'm the career success coach here at Yellowtail Tech, and I am with our good friend Jude, Jude, tell us a little bit about what you're doing these days, man. Where are you working and what's your title?
Thank you, Rob, for giving me the opportunity to share my story with everybody. Hello, everybody. My name is Jude Chi. I'm an alumni from Yellowtail Tech. Currently, I'm working at FTI Consulting as a system or DevOps engineer. Previously, I was an apprentice at Meta, system engineering apprentice. So currently, on a day-to-day basis, I work on a few projects, either supporting some developers to build CI/CD pipelines in Azure DevOps, and most especially, I deploy a lot of Kubernetes clusters in AWS, where we use Azure DevOps to build the pipeline, even though all the resources are deployed in AWS. So that's what I do basically on a day-to-day basis. Either I deploy clusters or applications in the cloud, or assist developers to troubleshoot some issues related to existing clusters that are already running in the cloud.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, we all know that, the cloud is the future, man. That's where everything seems to be going these days. Tell me about your experience at Yellowtail as it pertains to the job you're doing now. Do you feel like you were given, were you prepared when you entered the workforce after graduating from Yellowtail Tech?
Yeah, I would say I was, based on my prior experience, what I already did, education and all of that. And in addition to what I did at Yellowtail kind of prepared me more for the job by giving me more core knowledge in Linux and AWS, because as you all know, AWS and Linux, like most of the instances that are deployed in AWS are Linux instances. So Yellowtail prepared me well in that aspect by giving me the core knowledge in Linux and also AWS. So I think Yellowtail did a great job in that aspect, because no matter where you work, you will be dealing with some form of Linux or cloud.
Right.
Having that knowledge is very, very essential.
And you participated in the apprenticeship program as well. And I know I talked to a lot of people in there. They're kind of like, yeah, it was a little bit like being thrown in the deep end, and you had to do a lot of research and you were introduced to some new tools and everything. Tell me about that experience. How was that for you?
Yeah, I'll say that experience was a very stressful one, but to be honest with you, it was a great experience, because in real life, at my job, I have to do like a lot of research. When I'm working on something, I have to do a lot of research to know how it works in a production environment. So the internship kind of gave me like a broad overview or idea about how things works in a real corporate environment, especially in the cloud. So it was really a great experience, because we touched a lot of the tools. Most of the tools that I'm kind of using right now at work, we kind of touched them, even though not really in a very large or broad scale, but we at least touched those tools in some aspects. So
yeah,
that experience kind of facilitated a lot of things for me right now.
Nice.
At work.
So how much of your time would you think, what percentage of time do you think you spend researching every day?
I would say now, the amount of time I spend researching, I would say it's about 60%, because wow. I would say, to be honest with you, I'm more like I'm not at an associate level yet. I'm more like doing a lot of research to understand the environment and also understand the tools, because most of the tools that a lot of like the trainings that we do, we do not have the opportunity to really work on production level tools. So at this time, I spend a lot of my time, since I'm just starting a new job. So I spend most of my time trying to understand the environment, understand the tools or the technologies that we offer. So because the moment I understand those technologies and how they're integrated, I'll be able to apply what I already know and then do a little bit of research on what I don't know out of what we have here at work.
But by the time you get all that down, then there'll be new technologies and you'll have to start all over again.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But for now, I need to kind of really understand the environment, because the colleagues or my team members, most of them are people who have a lot of experience. Some of them have about 15 experience working at the company. So they kind of build like everything from scratch, from ground up.
Right.
So whenever I'm asked to jump on a project, I'm like, what are we doing here? What is going on here? I don't understand what is going on, because everything is kind of integrated. So at my end, I'm supposed to be doing a lot of research internally to understand those tools, how everything is integrated, to be able to start getting comfortable on building or making some kind of improvement on the tools.
That's got to be great, though, to have a team that's so experienced around you. I would imagine just watching them is a great learning opportunity for you.
Yeah, it's really a great learning experience. But at some point as well, I feel like I'm not really being very helpful.
You know what? It's funny, because I think a lot of us, we're in it day to day, and we don't realize how much we've learned as we've gone along. So like, if you were to think back to what you knew when you first graduated compared to what you know now, it would be a drastic difference. You know so much more, but it's just you're picking it up little bits at a time, so it maybe doesn't seem like quite as much. But what I wanted to ask you also, what do you think was the key to your success going through the program, and what advice would you offer to those that are thinking about, coming to Yellowtail and getting involved in the AWS cloud program?
I would say the key to my success at Yellowtail, or generally, was more about determination and hard work. Because learning, it doesn't stop at Yellowtail, or whether it's in college or whatever. I have been working constantly, so I didn't stop learning at Yellowtail. I just recently graduated with my bachelor's degree in cloud computing. So all of that learning is a great factor to my success. So I didn't stop learning at any point in time, because the job market is very competitive. You cannot just get a cert or do a certain training and then stop at that level. You have to continue working. So my recommendation to anyone who wants to join the program, or those who are already in the program, is that whenever you are done with the program, you should continue learning, either by getting other certs, or if it's enrolling in a college degree or something like that. It helps a lot, especially for those who don't have experience, because to me, for instance, I was in IT. I was already working in IT, but I realized that to really move further, or to get to a higher level, something like that, I need to continuously learn and improve my skills. So already being in IT didn't stop me from getting a degree or something like that.
Right.
So I kept on learning, getting certifications, getting a degree, and all of that. So all of these things really helps. So that would be my advice. Don't stop learning, keep getting those certs, or whether it's getting enrolled somewhere in another college. That would be very helpful.
Yeah, I like that you said that. I think, anybody in IT is kind of destined for a life of full-time student, while they're going, while they're working and everything. And I would imagine, especially in your case, the more certs, I'm guessing that your financial situation has improved a little bit since you left as well, huh?
Yeah, of course. When you invest,
Yes.
that's the main reason why you invest, because you want to get an output, a better output. So
Yeah, absolutely, man. So well, let me ask you this, man. One last question for you. What's next for Jude, man? Where do you go from here? Do you have you thought about that yet?
I've not really thought about it, but right now, my main focus right now, my main goal is about really getting comfortable and getting that experience. But I'm also thinking about getting maybe a master's degree or something like that, because I always look at it this way: the time that I'll put in maybe getting a cert, because there's this AI thing that is coming up now, and I think that is like the next level. So I'm thinking about learning a little bit of AI, and I think the best way for me to really get motivated and focus is by enrolling in a master's degree, focus in AI or something like that. It will get me really focused, and I think that might be my next level.
Nice.